Here is something Denmark does not talk about loudly enough. While every ordinary Dane hands over up to 55% of their income to the taxman without blinking, the royal family pays almost nothing. Zero income tax, zero vehicle registration tax, zero green tax on their cars, and they receive tens of millions of taxpayer money every year to fund their lifestyle. But wait, there is more you need to know before you make up your mind about this. Good day and welcome back to Danish News Daily, the channel that asks the questions Denmark quietly avoids. If you are new here, smash that subscribe button and ring the notification bell right now, because we are just getting started, and trust us, this story gets wilder. Right, let us get straight into it. Denmark is one of the highest taxed nations on the planet. The average Dane pays somewhere between 40 and 55% of their income in tax, and they do it proudly because it funds world-class hospitals, free universities, and one of the most generous welfare systems in the world. Tax fairness is not just policy in Denmark, it is a cultural religion. So what happens when the family sitting at the very top of Danish society is quietly exempt from the rules everyone else lives by? Under the Royal Danish Income Tax Act, yes, there is an entire separate tax act just for royals, which is already raising eyebrows. King Frederik, Queen Mary, Princess Benedicta, Prince Joachim, and Princess Marie are all legally exempt from paying income tax. Every single crown they receive in their annual appanage, the state grant paid directly from Danish taxpayers, lands in their accounts completely untouched by the taxman. No deductions, no contributions, just clean, tax-free income, funded entirely by the people who do pay their taxes. And the appanage itself is no small figure. King Frederik and Queen Mary receive a state disbursement running into hundreds of millions of Danish kroner annually, covering staff, operations, security, properties, and their personal expenses. Queen Margrethe, before her abdication, was pulling in close to 90 million Danish kroner per year in appanage alone, with a separate private allowance on top of that. Frederik and Mary's income in 2023 alone was equivalent to roughly 3 million Australian dollars, and that figure is expected to have grown significantly since Frederik ascended the throne in January 2024. All of it tax-free. Now here's where it gets genuinely fascinating. The royals do pay some taxes. Inheritance tax, gift tax, and property tax apply under general rules, and their VAT on purchases, refunded by the state. So they get their money back on goods and services they buy, while ordinary Danes pay 25% VAT on everything from groceries to furniture, with no refund waiting. The royals also do not own most of their palaces. The state owns them and makes them available. No property costs, no maintenance bills, no castle upkeep coming out of their pockets. To be fair, defenders of the arrangement argue that the royals generate enormous economic value for Denmark through tourism, diplomacy, and trade, and that the appanage, broken down across operational costs, is not as appears on paper. Queen Margrethe's international profile alone has opened doors for Danish business that no trade minister could replicate, and the total cost of the Danish monarchy per citizen per year is estimated to be considerably lower than comparable royal families across Europe. But here's the uncomfortable truth that sits underneath all the reasonable arguments. In a country that built its entire social contract on the idea that everyone contributes, that no one is above the system, there is a quiet exemption written into law for a small group of people at the very top. Denmark has never fully confronted that contradiction, and until it does, the simmering will continue. Some questions are simply too polite to ask loudly. This is one of them. Thank you so much for watching today. It truly means everything.